Underclass Awards ceremony. This has been a great school year. This has been a great school year, filled with some bumps along the way, but I want to thank all of our students for the hard work that you have done. I also want to thank our staff. I'm going to talk about our staff at the end and our teachers who have done a phenomenal job helping us get to this point today. Before I bring out the first department chair to share awards, I just want to give our teachers a round of applause real quick for all the hard work they do. Our first presenter is the department chair for JROTC, and that is Colonel Lambert. Good man.
I know many people in the school just think of JROTC as people that wear uniforms and march around the hallways. But really it's a leadership course, and we want to recognize the people for their leadership either in the classroom, on our extracurricular activity teams, or just in the school in general. So for Let 1, if I can have the following people come up. River Hipkins, Eva Price, Abigail Schuler, Trenton Welsh, and Myasia Williams. Get step. Marching step. For our Let 2 levels, our sophomore levels, if I could have the following people come forward. Anastasia Buckner, Mackenzie Hopper, Jaden Large, and Brett Smith. Last, our juniors who will be next year's battalion commanders and staff. We want to recognize the following today. Jamie Ansel, Allison Goen, Heath Hamlin, Meet Patel, and Austin Taylor. And I don't even want to qualify. Good job. And I'm back. Next up will be Mr. Hawk Casey.
So behind me is the rest of the science department. We have Mrs. Hackenthal, Mr. Kirkendall, Mrs. Owens, Mr. Perry, and also Mrs. Baker. We're also going ahead and giving out awards for the various classes that we teach. These awards recognize the students who all have pretty much an A average or even the tops in the class. The students who are the top students in the class will also go ahead and also get a medallion as well. So go ahead and call names up here by class, and your teacher will go ahead and give you your award. So the first one is for physical science, Trenton Welch. The top physical science student goes to Alex Davis. Alright, now we're moving on to physical science honors. So I got a kind of a big list of names to call for the students who have been recognized for the A average between first and second semesters. So I have Alan Cheng, Savannah Orchard, Bailey Snodgrass, Quentin Borges, Zachary Baker, and the top student for physical science honors is Madison Thompson. Moving on to Chemistry 1. We have two teachers this year who taught Chemistry 1. We have Mr. Perry and myself. Going ahead and calling up the students who had the A average in first and second semester. We have Kinsey Hopper, Nate Went, Trinity Jordan, Jana Tessa, Molly Grace Clevenger, Shay Hall, Peyton Owen, Reagan Wilborn, Megan Texter, Allison Shard, Yasmin Lee, Mackenzie Newberry, Anthony White, Caitlin Texto, Gabe Gleason, Brianna Watts, and then our top Chem 1 student this year is Renee Clayton.
DJ Lack, you were supposed to come up too.
All right, moving on up. to Chemistry 2. Chemistry 2 is taught by Mr. Perry and also Mr. Lewis. So we'll go ahead and call those who have the A between both semesters and also the top student. So we'll start the A between both semesters. We have Lane Ross, Elena Link, Ed Goff, Shelby Bachman. Our A's in both semesters, and our top Chem 2 student is Emma Skubik. Time for Earth Science. We're top by Ms. Owens. We have Allison Carr. Okay, moving on to Biology 1. Our teachers for Biology 1 is Mrs. Owen and Mrs. Hackball. I'm going to kind of go through the A's and then we'll have the top student. So we have A's, we got Addie Smothers, Anna Rivera, Lane Schumann, Emma Smith, Madeline Porterman, Catherine Jackson, Meet Patel, and our top of the Biology 1 Award is Max Meister. All right, let's give them a round of applause. All right, last but not least is our upper life science classes. We have Biology 2, who was taught by Ms. Kirkendall. We have Seton Miller, Jared Lindsay, Jacob Lindsay, Jack Garrett, Grace Kurtz. Our all A's and our top of the biology is Kelly Merrick. Okay, last awards from the science department. Anatomy and physiology, also taught by Ms. Kirkendall. We have for Emma Skubik, Brianna Olafin, and Sophia Blanc. It's broken. I tell you, it's broken. Stop calling me broken. Round of applause, everyone. All right. Thank you much. We'll call for the next group. And you guys all did great work this year. Next up is the math department. So we're going to have Mr. Hayes up here.
Thank you, thank you. Good to see all your smiling faces here. Gonna have Mr. Dillon is gonna come up here and help me hand out some of these. The math department, we also have Miss Trickle, Miss Clifford, and Mr. Lentz, and I think they're back there. Already a crowd favorite. He's only been here a year. Because it's Alright, so we don't quite have as many as the science to hand out, but we do have a couple. So we're going to start with pre-algebra, and each teacher picked a outstanding student. So first of all, outstanding achievement in pre-algebra for Mr. Leon was William Baker. Also for pre-algebra and Mr. Lentz is Christian Chester. Alright, while Christian makes his way up here, we will move on to Algebra 1. For Algebra 1, we had 3 teachers that taught Algebra 1, so we got 3 different ones here. First of all, Algebra 1 with Mr. Lentz, his outstanding student was Kiera Tiger. And then Algebra 1 Miss Clifford, outstanding achievement was Tyler James. And the last Algebra 1 with Miss Trickle was Raina Tolbert. Alright, moving on. Next will be geometry. We have 3 teachers that taught geometry, so we got 3 here. First of all, outstanding achievement for geometry with Mr. Leon was Bailey Snodgrass. Outstanding achievement geometry with me was Tegan Smith. Then our other geometry teacher, which was Miss Clifford, her outstanding achievement went to Aiden Tusterson. Now moving on to our last class, which is Algebra 2, which was taught by Miss Trickle and myself this year. Starting with outstanding achievement for Miss Trickle, it goes to Katie Jackson. And the other Algebra 2 for outstanding achievement with me goes to Anna Rivera. That is all the awards for the math department. I just want to thank you guys for a great year. It has been fun. Love every minute of Mobley High School. You guys have been great. Next up for awards will be the English department and Mrs. Sabria Elkerboot.
First, I'm going to start with LA1 from Mrs. Wise. That goes to Gabriel Flood. Miss Polly, the award for LA1 goes to Zach Baker.
each of the content area classes. So when I call your name, please come to the stage. Starting off with the best world history students, Caroline Donald. Government is Gabrielle Newcomer. Next is Best AP Government, that is Madeline Quarterman. For the U.S. History Awards, the seniors actually snatched this up, so I don't have any awards to give out, but just so you know, Carson Wood won for the best U.S. History student, and Cheyenne Lee, another senior, won for the best AP U.S. History student. Alright, now we're going to move on to the electives. So the best contemporary issues student goes to Molly Grace Clevenger. Alright, next up is the best psychology student, that goes to Shelby Baughman. Okay, the other two electives were also snatched up by seniors, so just so you know, Isabella Ross won the Best Sociology Student Award, and Tyler Hyatt won for the Best Cold War Student. Alright, the last award I had to give is to the Best Overall Social Studies Student. So a freshman won this award, which is great out of all these social studies classes that we have. So we would like to recognize Maddie Thompson, the best social studies student.
Next up will be Coach McDowell for the PE department.
Okay, we're going to start with physical education. We do the health and fitness zone for all 4 categories. So just come up. Please hold your applause because there's a few of them. Just till everybody's up here. Once you come up, just stay up here until everybody's here. Okay, health and fitness zone achievement for our females in PE were Lainey Bound, Adlin Chang, hold your applause, Shelby Forrester, Melissa Halbach, Maddie Crone, Maggie Langston, Brittany Laux, Lily McDonald, Chloe O'Donnell, Emily O'Laughlin, Raylan Rampton, Kristen Roberts, Bailey Snodgrass, Madison Thompson, Kiara Tiger, Nyla Wynn. All right, give a round of applause. Okay, for our males and the Healthy Fitness Zone for all 4 categories. Zach Baker, Micah Bratt, Tyler James, Daenerys Hayes, Derek Sanders, Tyler Krause, Jaden Mosier, Christian Chester, Zane Cross, Dalton Kendall, Matt McConnell, Darren Mudd, Tyler Rogers, and Eston Hayes. All right, give him a round of applause. Okay, for physical conditioning, we do break it down into 3 categories. We award the top 5% in 3 different categories for males and females. 3 categories are increase, so your gain from the start to the finish of the year, the end of the year. Pound for pound, which is your total divided by your body weight, and then your total. And there's some seniors involved in these. I'll go ahead and read the list off with the seniors just so you know who it is. But for the males, that's 8 positions, 8 spots. The top 5% equals about 8 people. And for the females, it equals 4. So the top 5% for females in increase. Come up when your name's called, please. Angelina Taylor, Chloe Ross, Grace Billington, and Madison Kloster. I'll read these in order from lowest to highest so you kind of know where everybody's ranked. In pound for pound for females, Kennedy Messer, Angelina Taylor, Cheyenne Goon, and Ariana Wilkie. In your total, Grace Billington, Chloe Ferguson, Madison Bates, and Sophia Powell. All right, good job, girls. Round of applause, please. Okay, for males, your top 5% for increase. In order, Colton Gary, Edward Perez, Jace Wilkie, Trevor DeBoven, Donovan Courtney, Braden Braithwaite, Cole Gibbons, and Lane Schumann. Okay, like quiet down. Okay, your pound for pound. Again, reverse order. Jackson Miller, Braden Hunt, Jordan Rosico, Jack Davidson, Darren Lunsford, Toby Short, Ethan Vandal, and Nolan Garvin. And for total, last one's total. Devin DeWolf, Bo Garrett, Braden Price, Tyler Hyatt, Jackson Miller, Jarrett Kinder, Rick Huff, and Andrew Huff. All right, that's your top 5% male. Give them a round of applause. All right, up next, foreign language with Senior Barker. All right, I'm going to start off with the Intro to World Language students. If I read your name, come up. The students receiving certificates are Tyler Rogers, Chloe Grissom, Chase Orslin, Megan Castro, and George Freeman. Come on up. All right, moving on to Spanish 1. 4 students receive certificates. 1 student will receive the medal. If I read your name, come on up. Chloe O'Donnell, Michael Goff, Kaya Utterback, Nate Went, and the medal goes to Madeline Porterman. Spanish 2. The certificates go to Addison Garrett, Grace Kurtz, Abby Smothers, Neve Cleaton, and the medal to Ana Rivera. Thank you all, and last but certainly not least, Miss Elkerman is going to come back for one more.
Hi! I made a mistake, but I'm not going to be self-deprecating about it. I saved the best for last. An Intro to Theater, the Certificate of Excellence from Mrs. Donaldson goes to Paige Hall. really done this time.
Alrighty, we're about done, but I've got a group of people that I need to come up to the stage. Would the following students please come up and I'll explain why you're up here. Sophia Bogan, Jack Garrett, Grace Kurtz, Jacob Lindsay, Kelly Merrick, Seton Miller, Brianna O'Laughlin, Lane Ross, and Emma Skubik. Please come up. Why are they here? You might be asking. Well, I'm going to tell you. About a month ago, or just a few weeks ago, we celebrated our top 10%. These are the top 5% who earned at Moberly High School an academic letter. They are the top 5% of their class for the junior class. They represent the highest level at their class level at this point, and they have been working really, really, really hard. And I just want to say congratulations to each and every one of you. You all have a letter already. If not, I'll get you one. But they have earned an academic letter for this school year, and it's a big deal. Give them a round of applause. All right, well, that's not it, though, because we have another set. That was just the junior class. We're going to present the sophomore class. Will the sophomore members of the top 5% who have also earned an academic letter please come up? JT Basinger, Nevaeh Cleaton, Madeline Porterman, Catherine Jackson, Hallie Croner, Maxwell Meistrake, Anna Rivera, Caitlin Roberts, Abigail Smothers. Just want a special note for Hallie. This is her first time getting an academic letter, so she got the letter for the first time, so it's a big deal. Give them all a round of applause for the class of 2023. All right, now one of my favorite parts is the freshmen, because the freshmen have not had this opportunity at this point. The freshmen haven't had the opportunity to earn a letter yet, and they have. And so this is a big deal for you freshmen. You'll all be getting the letter today. Please come up as a top 5% academic letter winner for the class of 2024. Zach Baker, Adeline Chang, Cameron Christ, Matthew McConnell, Chloe O'Donnell, Raylan Rampton, Carter Ross, Mallory Ross, Bailey Snodgrass, Madison Thompson. Come on down. give the freshman class a round of applause one more time. All right, Mobley High School, we are about done. I've got a couple announcements. And